Happy Money Monday, y'all. Let's see about this topic for today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Monday. I'm Jayla. I'm your wealth best friend, here to just kind of talk about some financial things. And we're going to do a quick bite because last week y'all loved the quick bites. So we're going to do it today. I hope everybody has had at least one conversation with their tax preparer by now, because although the deadline has been pushed back, it's still good to know what the game plan is and to, at least in this point, be reviewing your taxes. I know I have a full list of questions and actually need to take my own advice and call my tax preparer because I'm reviewing. And that is something that you should do before you submit. Review what they put down, make sure the numbers are right, make sure nothing was missed, make sure you don't have something that shouldn't be there. Make sure you're taking responsibility for your taxes, because if there's an error, the IRS doesn't care who did it. They're going to be looking at you and looking for you. So that's the first quick well tip of today. I'm already helping some clients prepare for next year's taxes, either because they're seeing, I owe taxes, and we're finding out it's because they don't have their withholdings right, or that they've over withheld and need to reduce that. So that's something that you can change right now. I appreciate you guys, because this week I got a lot of questions just about investing accounts. Like, what can I use? What should I do? How do I get started? And so I figured I'd break down those investing accounts really quickly. Speaking about the stock market, you have 3 options, and all of these options are going to depend on your goals. Remember that. So you can have a regular brokerage account. You can get these. These would be like the Stash accounts, the Robinhoods, the TD Ameritrade, Schwab, Fidelity. Everybody's going to offer a regular taxable brokerage account. It just means you can buy and sell stocks. And then you see that you can have retirement accounts. Those are your 401ks, IRAs, Roths, 403bs, SEP, Simple, individual or business accounts. They're going to look exactly the same as the brokerage accounts, and that's why some people get them confused, because the premise is simple. You're buying and selling stocks or mutual funds or investment or index funds. Now, it normally looks a little different on the retirement side, especially if it's an employer-provided plan, because they narrow what you can invest in. Whereas the original regular brokerage account, you have access to the world. You can invest in anything and everything. And for a lot of people, that's overwhelming. So that's why the employers narrow things down and have targeted funds that you can actually invest in. You can also have accounts for your children, because I got a lot of questions about, I want to start investing for my child. You've got to decide whether you want your child's name on this account, meaning it would be theirs or they'd be a beneficiary of it at a certain time. Or if you just want to have a regular brokerage account, the first account that I mentioned, and in your mind, you know this is their money, but you don't have to worry about having to file a tax return for your kid, because if that account makes a certain amount of dividends or income or interest, then there's a kiddie tax and you'd have to file a return for that. With a children's account, you could have a uniform transfer to minors account. An UTMA, an UGMA, they have brokerage account components. Usually at the Fidelities, the Schwabs, and the big brokerage houses, that would let you invest for your child. You're technically creating like a trust situation, and you're the manager of the money, but at a certain age, that is that child's money. You can do a 529 account. You see a lot of financial advisors talking about those right now. What that is just kind of similar to the retirement account where your state has plans and certain investments that they'll allow you to put your money in and contribute to and give you tax benefits for it. But it can only be used for education. So if you're thinking you're going to save for your child's first business, first house, first wedding, first anything and everything, then a 529 wouldn't be the way that you do that. But with a 529, you're again the manager, and when it's time to go to school, your child is a beneficiary. If they choose not to go to school, you have to find another beneficiary, or there's tax consequences to take out the money, which I tell you guys all the time. I've decided I want to save for my child's whatever, meaning that I wasn't going to use the 529 because I don't want to be limited to just education. So I have her money in a regular brokerage account, which is currently still tax-wise in my name, but has a little title. This is me's account. So I know not to touch it. And then if I want to in the future, I can always convert it to an account that uses her social and is hers legally. But right now, I'm like, you know what? Nah, girl, nah. We gonna wait to see how your attitude turns out. Or I can also put her money in trust. I just haven't wanted to do the paperwork because even though I draft trust, I still want to know the purpose that she's going to use the money for. And she's 5. So I got time to see, oh, you're really into science. You might want to be this, that, and the third. I've got a plan for that. So this gives me a little bit more time to figure out what I'm going to gift her the money for without having to make that decision now and lock down the money. And she's still building and growing. Her portfolio is, I swear to y'all, I'd be so mad. I look at mine, I'm like, it's doing so well for a 5-year-old. You out here winning. And I'm looking forward to more children growing up with that thought process, knowing that their parents, you know, put money aside, put it in the market, and it wasn't something that we had to struggle to continue to work for like we do when we're just saving and not investing it. So if you guys have any questions, I am here. Money Mondays is going strong. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Money Monday. Yay, short organization using your Robinhood account. She's investing. Welcome to the community. I hope you are seeing wonderful returns and using your full portfolio. I don't know if Robinhood shows you how your entire portfolio is doing, but compare that to your benchmark and find out how it's going so that you know, oh, this is the health of my portfolio. I think I have a post about that maybe from last week. You should see if you want to reference it and try and figure out, okay, how do I do that? Check out that post. I also have investment basics courses that I'm hoping to do something special with. I'm going to add to it. And, you know, like I said, I'm here. Ask questions, ask away. I will see y'all next Monday. Thanks for coming.